Raging Gale by James Ryan. Read by the author. Part the 11th. A different singing rings out. 2 days passed, and on each day Hope played on deck for the crew of the Raging Gale. On the second day she played one song that bled right into another, providing nearly continuous music through high noon. "You could take a break now if you wanted," Captain Sanders said. Hope was keeping her distance from her as best she could, still perturbed by her questions before, as she was starting to get unnerved by the way this woman could read her at a glance and know what she was thinking. She wondered if she had been a witch before going to sea. "It is, after all, your choice to—" "Oh, don't try and tell me about choice," Hope snapped, "because truth to tell there is none. If I refused to play, you'd make me work on the decks, and if I were really disobedient, I'd be going over the side, wouldn't I?" Captain Sanders just stood there and looked at her. "And your point being?" Hope gave a sigh and went back to her instrument. "Not that there's anything else to do on board this ship," she said gruffly. "Aye, and that's why you be doing this, lass," said the captain before she went to the tiller. Hope strummed 2 more pieces, slow sets this time. They were not so much actual songs as they were bars that Hope strung together. She tried to make sure that she looked like she knew what she was doing, lest the witch captain see through this as well. At the end of the second set of bars, Hope gave it a rest and let the sun warm her. She imagined what would happen when the captain realized she wasn't playing anymore, how the witch would use a spell to make her play on against her will. The more she let her mind play with the notion, the worse she imagined the penalty for refusing to play. She imagined herself being bespelled to dance, or even turned into wood and mounted as the masthead afore the raging gale, doomed to a life of water splashed on her as the ship plied the waves. Hope wondered if it would be any worse than the more likely fate to befall her, being forced to swab the deck. The cries she heard woke her from her horrid dreams. I'll play," she muttered as she opened her eyes. Whether she was playing or not seemed not to matter to the crew, as they took to lean over to the side of the ship. She listened to hear what they were saying. "2 masts!" she heard Blofeld call from the lookout atop the mast. "Square rigs!" "See any colours yet?" Captain Sanders said. "Nay." "How fast is she on her heading?" 7 knots. "She sounds like a fleet. Give me her points and heading." "She be running with the wind, heading to port." "She's coming in from the east," she called to the crew. "Forward tight, lads! Mr. Collins, have the guns loaded. Prepare to engage." Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications for when pieces go up.